What is going on, guys? This is EdoNinjaStormHD, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys another Kingdom Hearts 3 video discussion. However, I am not actually alone here today. I actually have three special individuals in this lovely video, so my lovely individuals, why don't you introduce yourselves?
What is going on, everyone? My name is Prodigy, and I'm glad to be here collabing with Edo once again. This is our third collab now, I believe. I'm really glad to be here, and thanks for having me.
Hey guys, I'm Oblevee, and I just recently started my YouTube channel. This is my first collab with Edo. You know how it is.
Hey guys, this is Eriqua here, and I'm the one, if you know me, I'm the girl who draws a bunch of Kingdom Hearts art. If you know me, you know, yeah. It's my first time doing this.
Well, now that we have the introductions out of the way and stuff like that, I should actually get into what we're going to be discussing here today. So, as you guys could tell in this, lovely title and my lovely thumbnail, we're actually going to be talking about, Disney's involvement with Kingdom Hearts 3, but to go further in depth into that, we're going to be talking about how the Disney's involvement, with the worlds and the characters, how they should be implemented into Kingdom Hearts 3. And we're going to be following through some examples that was done in the previous numbered games, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, to show what we mean. And after that, we will go further into Kingdom Hearts 3. So that's what's going to be happening here. So, yeah. So, to start this off, there's a lot of good examples, but there's also a lot of bad examples. I want to go over with the good examples first, and starting with that, we'll be going over with Kingdom Hearts 1. So, John, Prodigy, why don't you go over the good implementations that Kingdom Hearts 1 had?
Alright, so I'm going to be talking about what was good about Kingdom Hearts 1's worlds and why I want I want the worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3 to be just like Kingdom Hearts 1's worlds. So, for starters, of course, the Disney worlds in Kingdom Hearts 1 are way more interactive. For example, Kingdom Hearts 1's worlds were more tied into the story. The Disney villains in general were more tied into the story. And basically, I want Kingdom Hearts 3's worlds to be more tied into the story like they were in Kingdom Hearts 1. I feel like Kingdom Hearts 2 didn't do that too well. Another thing that Kingdom Hearts 1 did really well with this story regarding the Disney worlds, like I said, was it tying in to the actual story of Kingdom Hearts. We saw that a bit in Kingdom Hearts 3. Now we don't know, this is just a little cutscene from a trailer, but in Kingdom Hearts 3, you saw in the recent trailer at the orchestra event, the orchestra concert, with Hades, how he mentioned the black box, how Melissa and Pete mentioned the black box to Hades, and that opened my eyes immensely, because that's the first time in a while where we saw mention of something big from the main lore of Kingdom Hearts mention inside of a Disney World. Now, of course, Eriqua has her own little theory about what they were talking about with the black box, so I'm gonna let her talk about that.
Okay, so what we most recently gotten in the Kingdom Hearts Orchestra trailer, in that specific scene, Maleficent and Pete, they came up to Hades and asked them, "Hey, have you seen this specific black box?" And Hades, of course, doesn't know, but he possibly might know because Hades, trickster, of course, always sus and everything. So, what I believe, in my terms, I believe this black box, they're referring most likely to the box in what we saw in Black Cover that was given to Lucio by the Master of Masters. How do they know about this black box? We're not so sure. It could be possibly the data escape? We don't know. But there's an interesting little thing about this. This black box is there's a kind of a reference. It might be a reference to something called Pandora's box, and this is what is interesting. The Pandora's box is back in Greek mythology. To keep it short, it involves Prometheus, Epimetheus, and Zeus. Zeus from Hercules, and yeah. So to keep it short, what Zeus did, he created a girl named Pandora to be, and this Pandora is like, she was disguised as almost like a goddess basically, and of course so that Epimetheus can be wedded to this girl. So Zeus gifted her a box, but he warned her never to open it because it contained all diseases of humanity. But of course her curiosity got the best of her and she opened it, and all evil was released into the world. So to her surprise, she slammed it shut, but all was left was hope. And that's what's interesting. So that's a little neat reference right there.
Ooh, that is actually some nice research that you did, Eriqua. That's actually very impressive. You know, I applaud you for that. So, I actually think that. So, Oblevee, what's like your what do you think about with that connection that you did there, or is there anything that you want to say with the whole interaction with the Disney characters in the actual Kingdom Hearts storyline?
I think it's really cool because like back in KH2, like it wasn't as involved as KH1 was. Like you go to the world, the movie happens, but yeah, basically the movie happens. You see some nobodies, you kill them, and then the second visits, there might be an organization member there, and like the most involvement there was Beast and Zaldin, and that was only like one occasion. I really liked it, but it was only one occasion out of like how many worlds. And I really like that like there's more involvement in 3 now, because like Hades could think that she's talking about Pandora's box, and you know he goes to open Pandora's box, and like we're gonna have to help Hercules and them. You know what I mean?
Like it's a neat reference also. Like the fact that they're even mentioning it, like referencing to it in a Disney World, like let's say it is Pandora's box. The fact that they're even referencing it kind of shows that they may plan on integrating the story more into the Disney World. Also, something I didn't mention earlier on the good examples for why Kingdom Hearts 1's worlds were so good. One aspect in the Kingdom Hearts series that I miss a lot because they just kind of ignored this now, like it's just gone, the whole keyhole aspect. I love that aspect so much because it gave you a purpose to go to each world instead of in KH2 where it was like, oh hey, we're supposed to be, you know, like stopping the organization from, you know, summoning Kingdom Hearts and, you know, taking everyone else's hearts and yada yada. We're supposed to stop them from doing that, but you know what, let's go ahead and visit our friends, yay, yeah. I hope that's not a situation in Kingdom Hearts 3. I hope that's not the situation in Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, I really want them to bring back maybe some sort of aspect like keyholes, where you have a purpose to go to each world. Of course, like, granted, like, Sora, like, you wouldn't have the same excuse because Sora was going to those Disney worlds for the first time in Kingdom Hearts 1 as where in Kingdom Hearts 2. Of course, he had already been to majority of the worlds, and the new worlds were just worlds he landed in. But still, to the point, those worlds, like, need to be way more like integrated into the story, because I love the Disney World, don't get me wrong. Like the worlds in Kingdom Hearts 2, they were good for the most part, like they weren't completely bad, like, but I do feel like the worlds could have been way better in Kingdom Hearts 2 if they integrated it more into the story. And with Kingdom Hearts 2, like Sora, Dawn, and Goofy just felt like background characters, even with the organization members being shoehorned in there, like Oblevee said. It still felt like they were just there, like the organization members. Like, even with the organization members being there, I don't consider that them integrating the worlds into the story, because like it honestly felt like the organization members, like Zaldin, what other world was the organization in? Luxord and Pirates of the Caribbean world. Like it felt like they were just shoehorned in those worlds, and I didn't really like that. It didn't add anything to the world. Like I liked how with Jack Sparrow, was telling Sora like how if there was any way they could help in the final battle, and Sora said no, he'll handle it himself. Like I wish like there was actually some way they could have helped in the final battle. Like I would love it if like maybe at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, all the Disney characters from the world you came through came and helped you fight the Nobodies, came and helped you fight the Heartless, the Unversed, Green Eaters, whatever the hell. Even if Dreamed Up Distance worlds were interactive in some way, they were implemented into the story. Of course, only with one way, with the Sleeping Worlds aspect, how they had to you know, unlock the sleeping world, stop them from sleeping, but that's just me. Like, I honestly just didn't like Kingdom Hearts 2's worlds all like that because they weren't really part of the story. But I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna let someone else talk. Go ahead.
Okay, there's actually a couple points that you brought in that actually intrigued with my interest, actually. The first one was, like, with the whole Kingdom Hearts 2 aspect. Like, what I really don't want, I mean, of course, there's going to be Heartless everywhere and stuff like that. However, in Kingdom Hearts 2, it's just basically the organization's members toying around with the worlds and stuff like that, though. But the one that I believe that's, like, fairly executed was, in Beast Castle, where Zeldin, was involved, and, you know, he was, like, toying around with Beast. So at that point, I can agree with Oblevee. However, I still do not want them to just only toy around with the worlds like that, because they serve a better purpose, like, you know, when it comes to the whole datascape. But I will get into that further to another point, actually. So, I just do not want, like, Sora and other people just to get in to worlds, especially for second visits as well. Just to get rid of the nobodies and the big old Heartless and stuff like that. Nobodies. Unversed, if Vanitas is coming back because he's responsible for the Unversed. But that's besides the point, though. So, they should be having, well, actually, yeah, now I'm gonna get into another point, though, in more Kingdom Hearts 3. This is just, like, my predictions / speculations, I guess you could say, is that I feel like now that Maleficent is going to, like, other villains in Disney worlds, just like Hades and stuff like that. Basically, like, in Kingdom Hearts 1, there was a villain council, as, you know, Eriqua has mentioned before. And, I would like to see that again. I don't want to see, like, all of them come together again, though, but, like, if we could see some type of aspect like that, of how Hades had to come to, or Maleficent come to Hades for assistance, or wherever that she needs to, you know, grab whatever information and stuff like that, or if they need to come together to plot their revenge on whoever, on Sora, or even Xehanort, because I have a feeling that Maleficent know what Xehanort is up to at this point. So, with their knowledge about the distinctive black box, as she specified in the recent trailer, I feel like in the actual game is that the Datascape has the same concept with the Book of Prophecies, as mentioned in Recoded. So I feel like the worlds are going to be forced to come together at the fated place, which it could be the Keyblade Graveyard or wherever it could be. It actually would be good. So, like, you know, because in Kingdom Hearts 1, we were introduced to the concept of, like, oh yeah, the story is supposed to take place, like, even, like, in Kingdom Hearts 1, like, King Triton, he knew that the key bearer is not supposed to, like, meddle into worlds and, like, you know, their affairs and stuff like that. So I feel like that's going to be extremely ruined on purpose in Kingdom Hearts 3, and that's when all, you know, all the worlds that are going to be featured in Kingdom Hearts 3, it's gonna have to come into one place, and that's where a lot of things are, like, that's when the shit is gonna, like, hit the fan, big time.
But at the same time, though, now I may be wrong on this one, but I'm gonna mention it anyways, just in case. I do remember from Kingdom Hearts 1, and the whole no meddling rule, of course, like that's a meme now, because Sora and Dawn and Goofy, they meddle like hell. But I don't think the other worlds, or all the other worlds, know of, like, the other worlds, to my knowledge. Like, that's coming from Kingdom Hearts 1. I think in Kingdom Hearts 2, though, like, there was some, like, they did imply a little bit that the other worlds knew about other worlds as well, but that's the only factor that could possibly ruin the whole, all the Disney characters coming into the final battle type thing.
It's the same thing for what happened in Birth by Sleep, too.
Yeah. By the way, about Birth by Sleep's worlds, like, since we're talking about worlds in general right now, like, Kingdom Hearts, I know Kingdom Hearts 3 definitely isn't going to have this problem, but Birth by Sleep's worlds are just, like, bland and boring to me. Like, that's just me, though. I don't know if anyone agrees with me on that.
I know exactly what you mean. Like,
yes.
You go into, like, one section and there's, like, 1 or 2 Disney characters, and then you leave, and then it's just completely dead. Like, if you kill all the Unversed, like, in one area, you can actually, like, hear your echo. Like, that's how empty it is. You know what I mean?
Honestly.
I feel like it might be the problem with how Birth by Sleep was released in, because it was first originally released in the PSP, and just thinking about how that engine could have handled that many things in each area, because we know one of the world's Jungle Book was actually supposed to be in there, but it was cut off for I don't remember what reason it was, but I do agree the environments in the worlds for Birth by Sleep, they were so empty. It made the gameplay just boring.
You would have one cutscene at the beginning of Worlds in Birth by Sleep, and then you would never have a cutscene again afterwards.
Exactly.
Is there anything else before we move on?
Yeah, to add on to what John said, what I'm hoping in KH3 is that since they're going for the semi-open world kind of thing, I was hoping that they could possibly put some sort of side quest thing. Now I don't want it to be open world, completely open world games where there's 10 million side quests that are ridiculous. I want it to be one or two side quests that are from the Disney World that are kind of on the side. You know what I mean? Say we're in Olympus Coliseum, we see Pegasus, and he's we obviously we can't hear him talk, but he wants to see something, and we go over there and there's a bunch of heartless, hard heartless that we have to help him defeat, something like that. You know what I mean?
I want to go back to a little bit when it comes to the lore, stuff like that, actually. Something that I actually wanted to bring up real quick. Big Hero 6. Now that I actually think about this, if I can recall this correctly, it's not going to be taking place as the story of whatever happened. It will be taking the place after as the story happened, and it's going to be involving having the darkness taking over the original Baymax that was left behind at the end of the film. If that was a spoiler to you, if you guys have not watched Big Hero 6, get out of my video right now. Right now. Don't come back.
I'm leaving.
Right now.
See what you do now?
No. So
I'm sorry, I have to head out too. So.
Oh wow. See, this is how the guests treat this video. They treat this so lightly. How? Wow.
It's fine, Edo.
It is not fine.
Yeah.
Shut up! But yeah, no, but with the darkness taking over, I'm actually very interested of how that's going to be executed in Kingdom Hearts 3. And again, it's a very good example of how the Disney worlds will actually be more involved and engaging to the Kingdom Hearts storyline, and how it's going to conclude the Darkseeker saga in Kingdom Hearts 3. So basically it's just not Sora and Donald and Goofy are just there. Even with Riku and Mickey, when they had to go to the Realm of Darkness to get Aqua, and when they come back, and I believe it's very self-explanatory from that at that point. So, and it's definitely not Kingdom Hearts 2 for when you just come in and you go.
Yeah. So yeah, Big Hero 6. That's pretty exciting, And of course, we all know that another world, Tangled, will be implemented into Kingdom Hearts 3. But what we don't know is, well, it'll most likely follow the same story as the plot of the movie, because I don't think it will make sense if, it will follow after the story, after Rapunzel's hair has been chopped off by Eugene. And it seems like it would be I feel like Square Enix might do something a mix of this whole involvement with the Disney worlds. For example, have some worlds follow the plot of the film, but just make sure it's connected with the main story. And another thing would be if we having returning worlds for of course Hercules with, well, it's not Olympus Coliseum anymore, I'm pretty sure, but it's gonna have something different, a different story to it other than the plot of the film. So that'd be interesting to see.
Yeah. Overall, for me, I just don't want the worlds to feel like filler.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Let's not like have them make filler stories just like what they did in Kingdom Hearts 2, as mentioned before. You know, just for them to come in and be like, oh no, we have this thing that's been messing around with the presents in Halloween Town. Oh no.
Yeah, that's a big
Someone
problem.
save us.
Because if you realize the Organization 13, they're just there also in some parts. You know, Sora barely finds out about them and they're like, oh, they're the bad guys, you know? And they find out that they're screwing up the areas in every world. So yeah, we gotta defeat them because they're the bad guys.
Exactly. It's like Yensa tells Sora at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2, like, hey, these are the bad guys, look out for them. And Sora's like, oh wait, those are the bad guys. Yeah, Yensa told me that. Like, and like, it's like Sora doesn't even know what he's doing half the time in KH2.
Yeah.
Like granted, in Kingdom Hearts 1 he didn't know either, but like that's different. That was the first game.
It's
Like and even then, like, he knew somewhat what he had to do. Like, he knew that he was going world to world. Like, he gradually figured out what he was supposed to do as the story went along. Like, Kingdom Hearts 2, even in Dreamed Up Distance, like, Sora knew what he was supposed to do from the beginning of the game, even though Sora was a freaking dummy in Dreamed Up Distance. Like, oh my god.
I mean, to be fair, like, I could see why it was hard for them to mix the organization members in, because, like, the difference between the Disney villains in the first game and the main villains in the second game is the organization members are fucking human. You know, they kind of don't just belong there. You know what I mean? Like, well, kind of human. You know what I mean? Fucking, like, I think the best one, though, was when Zaldin was, like, teasing Beast with the rose. Like, that was so good. Like, but the only other time is, like, with Luxor. And he's like, oh, I'm a pirate, dude. And fucking that's it.
Wow.
I'm just really hoping, like, you know, something will happen in 3. So, like, make the villains, and we have Maleficent. We know Maleficent's back, and she's gonna be active, looking around in each world. Oh, you have a black box, dude. And like, this is kind of off topic, but like, I really hope they don't stick to like only new Disney movies, because they announced Big Hero 6. They announced Tangled. Like, these are like new age Disney movies, you know, with the CG. And I'm really hoping they can go back to some animation movies like Emperor's New Groove. You know, my boy Chicken Little, he's a summon, but he never got a world.
Ooh, that'll be a good.
Bambi never got a world.
Atlantis Lost Empire, that's one I want a lot. Sadly, you know, all those, the 2D Disney movies, you know, that they don't make anymore, sadly. I'm sure that the new world that's going to be announced in July is going to be another, like, newer Disney movie as well, so we should probably expect that, like a Moana or a Frozen or something like that. I don't know.
The only other new age Disney movie that I want is Moana, just because Moana can relate with Sora so much, especially if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, it's so good. Like, they both are the same, like in KH1 and Moana. It's just great.
Yeah, I personally want Frozen a lot, but that's just me. I love Frozen. Like, I know, like, a lot of people hate that movie because it's popular, but which I find dumb.
Overrated.
Like, people who don't like Frozen literally don't have a reason for it to me. No. Stop. Oh my god, I must have started ranting.
Oh, no.
Excuse me.
No, we want to avoid that here. So, but yeah, there was a lot of points that were like, you know, and examples that we have conveyed here in this video. So overall, is there anything else that you guys want to bring up before we conclude this video?
All I want to say is, who's hyped up for July next month, eh? You know, that last message.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what they
new
say?
New world and new trailer. Let's go.
You know what they say. Join us next month at D23 Expo 2017 as we proudly present a new world and new trailer. July 15, 2017.
Really?
What that is.
Wow, that's sus.
No, like, what are you talking about? Like, Kingdom Hearts.
I'm gonna fight you.
You know, the
We are
big
fighting.
big
Yeah,
moon
but,
in
I
the
think
sky.
I feel like we covered pretty much everything here, you know?
Yeah. Oblevee, anything on your side? Alright then. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this long-ass video. You know, be sure to subscribe to me and, you know, follow me on Twitch as I, you know, do some Raid 0.2 runs and, you know, trying to complete the 1.5 and 2.5 collection and some other sus-ass streams. But besides that, you guys could do your little self-plug advertisement bullshit. Yeah, you know, I'm done.
You're saying bullshit?
Your excuse, princess.
Excuse you.
Excuse me. Excuse
Yes.
you.
Okay.
Okay, while you two argue, I'm gonna plug.
Thank you.
You know, check me out. My YouTube channel's in the description. Maybe my Twitter, if Edo is generous. You know, it's Oblevee.
Yeah. You know, I have a Twitter. I'm looking at you. Yeah, you. You want to follow my Twitter? Go for it. Okay.
And I'm just saying, I mean, like,
I
shout
make
out.
videos.
I'm just saying, Eriqua has really nice art. She also has, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but she's also made me some of the art that I have showcased here on my channel everywhere. So, like, if that wasn't obvious, yeah, now you know that she was the one responsible for that. So, shout out to her real quick, low-key. And, of course, John, ProdigyxCD, well, I mean, that's very self-explanatory. He makes fat videos and streams. and I've done a couple collaborations with him, as said before in the beginning of the video, so you already know that. So, yeah.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
You see, by my calculations.
But yeah, make sure you check out John and Eriqua. Eriqua makes good art. You know, you see that handsome guy on the thumbnail. You know, one with the white shirt.
Oblevee.
You know, she made me that.
Yeah, I make videos. I make Kingdom Hearts videos. That's pretty much all you need to know about me. You may like them, you may not.
This is the longest self-plug ending of the video I've ever made in my 4 years of YouTube. Thanks, guys.
It's because you're fat.
Oh my god.
Hey!
Oh my god.
Anyway.
No, let's not get
so,
Edo started
yeah.
with the fat joke. So, I'm
I will
Prodigy,
fight
and
you.
I'll see you guys next time. Deuces.
And I'm Eriqua. I'll see you guys later.
This is EdoNinjaStormHD, and we're signing out. Bye.
And if you don't subscribe to Edo Ninja, I will come for you. I will come for you for vengeance.